Hey VW lovers, here is a day in the life of Vintage Classic Specialist for December 27th, almost the end of the year. So hope everyone had a good Christmas or whatever you may celebrate. So yeah, this was my first full day back at the shop since the holidays. Well, since Christmas anyways. I'll be out at the end of this week and early next week for New Year's doing some traveling. Rafa was back yesterday and today. I was back about half a day yesterday, not really enough to do a day in the life, I didn't think. But anyway, Rafa has been feeling better and he's been hard at work, as you can see, on the 40 horsepower. This is for the One Family 64 Beetle. So he's really almost got it done. He's got to finish rebuilding the carburetor, which he started on, and a few other odds and ends. I don't know if he's done the voltage regulator or not yet, but as you can see, that's missing. And those are probably the main things, valve covers, stuff like that. But as far as kind of the major components of the motor build, it's pretty much there. I think the clamp for the distributor cap is actually, or for the distributor clamp is at powder coating still. So yeah, obviously that's got to go on, but yeah, getting very close. We have, I think, everything we need to finish it. It's just a matter of going in and restoring a couple last things, as I mentioned, the carburetor, maybe a couple other odds and ends. So yeah, looking super good. Thank you to the owner of that car, Paul, and his family. They came by today and visited for a while, had a really good visit. Rafa had not met them yet. He was super happy to meet them. They're just the nicest people. So if any of you guys are watching, thank you again for coming by. Really a pleasure to see you guys and show you the progress on the car, and glad to see you guys so excited about it. It makes it a lot more fun for us. So that was pretty much Rafa's focus yesterday and today. For myself, I got back to work on the EV Beetle today. Did a few odds and ends. Nothing too earth-shattering, but it's all progress. So since this is an EV, it gets a special little gauge that you can see here. It's got a plastic film on it now, so it's kind of hard to probably see what it says. But this is kind of the interface or main interface and display for the EV part of this car. So I think it can display how much percentage of the battery you have left, and you can use it to, I guess, go through the menus and maybe set it up different. I'm still kind of learning about it, but yeah, this is, I think, the main interface between the driver and the EV part of the car. So today I took and very painstakingly cut out this grill to for the gauge to mount in there. It doesn't sound like it should be painstaking, but basically each of these little bars, once you cut a big hole in it, is an individual bar. So you have to really cut this circle in here for this to fit, being very carefully, or these things are going to get bent all over the place, as you can imagine. I can show from the back. Nah, it doesn't really show from the back because it's kind of covered by the dash. But anyway, take my word for it. Pain in the butt to cut that out, but in the end, I'm really happy with how it came out. So worked on that today for this car. Started just restoring some other odds and ends for the car. Dug out the grab handle, which luckily it looks really nice now, but it was pretty hideous when I dug it out. It had overspray all over it, and who knows how many years of grime and stuff. So got it cleaned up. Really happy with how it's looking. They don't, to my knowledge, actually make a reproduction of this for these later cars, so it's kind of a good thing that this one cleaned up and restored pretty nice. So that's going to look great in there. Likewise, the door handles. I don't know if anyone repops door handles for these later cars. I think they actually stop probably at about 67, at least Wolfsburg West. But luckily, with a little elbow grease, these cleaned up pretty nice. We're going to have to take a look at them and see if we want to send them off to re-chroming. I just polished them up a little bit with steel wool. We may be able to get them looking a little bit better than that. If not, then we'll go ahead and we'll pull them apart the rest of the way and re-chrome them. The key works for both of them, which is cool. It's the same key that works on the ignition of this car, so that's pretty good. I also started restoring, or actually restored the at least the outer portion of the ashtray. After looking and looking and looking, I came to the conclusion after checking some photos I had of the car that the actual inner part of the ashtray and the little cover that goes on it, so the part that you pull open from inside the car, was missing when we got the car. So I'll have to hit up the Samba and see if I can find the rest of the ashtray. I don't know if the owner smokes or not, but anyway, we gotta get this ashtray together. They can keep quarters in it or something if they don't smoke. Anyway, so yeah, just, you know, restoring little bits and pieces for this car. So Leo came over today. He's the guy who is the mechanic who's going to really do the EV part of this, the wiring and you know, mounting the motor and so on. I think I talked a little bit. He had started this last week, I think. So he ran a couple of conduits through the tunnel, and he made a really nice cover here where these two big cables are going to come out. They're going to kind of go around the beam here, and then they're going to go up into the bottom of the front battery pack, which again sits pretty much right here where the gas tank normally would. So yeah, really clean installation. Leo's doing a great job. It's going to look very professional. He basically made a new plate here for these connectors and ran the conduits through. It's got a nice smooth bend in here for those to come out. Made sure that those conduits weren't going to interfere with the shifter, e-brake cables or anything. So yeah, coming out really nice. It's going to be a super, super clean installation on this car. So I think that is probably about it. I did monkey around a little bit with this one today, the 59 Euro, trying to get the striker plates to work. We don't have the right striker plates for it. And if I can get this open with one hand, I did manage to take a slightly later striker plate and modify it a little bit and got it to work pretty beautifully actually on the passenger door. But for whatever reason, the same striker plate from 60 to 64, which I was able to get to work on the passenger side, I could not get to work on the driver's side. So I think I have found the correct striker plates for this car. So thanks to Sean, if he's watching, he's pretty sure he's got some in stock, and he's gonna send those to us hopefully here in coming days so we can wrap up this car. That's really kind of the last major thing on the 59, other than the steering wheel, which I think I'm done with, other than pretty much one more coat of primer and then paint and clear coat. I did dig out his horn button, which was pretty nice, but it had been repaired at some point, so a little bit of work there, got it primered. So one more coat of primer on this, and then likewise his horn button was pretty nice, but it had some paint that was scratched off, so I repainted it from the back side so that it's not having any clear spots on it. And then the bezel itself, a little steel wool magic, and it's looking pretty good. So yeah, the steering wheel is going to be really nice. Almost done. Pretty much at this point, one more coat of primer and then paint. So that's it for today, guys. I will be working tomorrow, which is Thursday, and then I'll be off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, back in the shop on Wednesday. So 1 week from today. So I'll do another one of these tomorrow, and then that'll be it for a few days for the long weekend. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you soon. Thanks. Bye.